let me thank you for updating Destination 2050 roadmap. It is the right time, I think, to do it, because we have had the experience of putting forward Fit for 55 proposals, carbon neutrality target of 2050, and I think by now we know what needs to be done. We also know where we are heading, but we need to be constantly taking stock of how fast we are doing and whether all the elements that we are putting in place in order to reach that 2050 target, whether they are all in place. When the Commission put forward Refuel EU Aviation proposal, that was exactly the objective we had in mind. Not only to create a regulatory framework that sets a clear pathway where we need to go with alternative sustainable fuels for aviation, but also to make sure that this idea is widely accepted and adopted within the entire community. But we also knew it would never be that straightforward, because we are creating an ecosystem that had never existed before. What we know we need to have is commitment to follow that pathway, a setup where investments in those alternative fuels for aviation are happening in the EU, and acceptance at national level, regional level, that those investments are good not only for aviation but also for the overall European economy, because they will help us once and for all to get off reliance on fossil fuels. Aviation sector, like some other important economy sectors, is an international one. So while we work on regulatory setup and framework in the EU, while we work on incentives, financial and regulatory ones for the sector, we will continue to work at international level to make sure that the level of ambition at the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, is kept as high as possible. With this year's assembly, I would like to call on the entire aviation sector to get mobilized, to start working together with us and with all the partners globally that we can and should work with, to make sure that targets for sustainability and decarbonization of aviation are moved up at the international level. And this is what we need to make sure aviation remains competitive internationally, a level playing field across the world.